What if NASA's next chapter isn't written in Washington, D.C., but in the palm trees of Florida's Space Coast? Picture this, a future where the Kennedy Space Center isn't just a launch pad for rockets, but the nerve center of America's space ambitions. That's the bold vision Congressman Byron Donalds is pushing, and honestly, it's wild to think about. Let me unpack why this feels like a seismic shift in how we talk about space exploration, and why it might be the most politically savvy move of the year. Donalds, who's currently running for Florida governor, isn't just tossing around ideas. He's weaponizing Florida's legacy as the birthplace of the space age. Remember the Apollo missions? The shuttle program? Yeah, all that happened here. Now he's trying to turn that nostalgia into a blueprint for the future. But here's what's fascinating, this isn't just about pride. It's about control. By relocating NASA HQ to Brevard County, Donalds is positioning Florida as the central hub for everything from satellite launches to Mars colonization. And let's be real, when you're trying to win a gubernatorial race, nothing screams economic salvation louder than a NASA campus promise. Now, the logistics. They're talking about proximity to launch sites, which makes sense. Why have a bureaucracy 3,000 miles away when you can have it 2 hours from the Cape? But here's the thing, this isn't just about convenience. It's about power. If NASA moves, Florida instantly becomes the go-to state for aerospace contracts, research, and innovation. And with Elon Musk's endorsement, this isn't just a local power play, it's a national chess move. Musk's SpaceX is already based in Florida, so this could create a rare alignment between private industry and government that's almost unprecedented. But let's talk about the people. Donalds isn't just dreaming about rockets, he's talking about welders, machinists, and electricians. He's promising 7,000 jobs, which sounds great until you realize Florida already has a brain drain problem. Will these jobs actually stick around, or will they just be a temporary boom? And what about the existing workforce? Are they being trained for this future, or are we just throwing money at vocational programs hoping it sticks? I mean, I get the appeal of building a pipeline, but pipelines only work if they're maintained. What if the state invests in training and then the companies up and leave for cheaper labor elsewhere? That's a real risk, and I wonder if Donalds has a contingency plan for that. Then there's the elephant in the room, NASA's lease in D.C. expires in 2028. That gives the agency time to think, but it also means this proposal isn't just about relocation, it's about timing. If Florida can convince NASA that the Space Coast is the future, they might just pack up and move. But what happens if they don't? Does this become a political albatross for Donalds? Or does it become the kind of legacy project that defines his career, regardless of the outcome? I'm leaning toward the latter. Politicians love legacy, even if the details are messy. And let's not forget the symbolism here. Florida's space race isn't just about jobs or rockets, it's about identity. It's about telling the world that the next generation of space pioneers won't be from California or Texas, but from the Sunshine State. But here's the catch, Florida's already got a reputation for being a place where things get done, slowly. From hurricane response to red tape, the state has a history of being reactive rather than proactive. Can they really transform into the Silicon Valley of space? Or is this just another case of politicians selling dreams without the infrastructure to back them up? Ultimately, this isn't just about NASA. It's about who gets to shape the future of space exploration, and who profits from it. If Florida succeeds, they'll be the new epicenter of aerospace innovation. If they fail, it could be a cautionary tale about overpromising and underdelivering. Either way, this is a story worth watching. Because whether or not NASA moves, the conversation about where the next space age is happening has already begun, and it's far more interesting than any congressional debate I've seen in years.